Welcome, dear friends. We are going to deal with Mimulus, that is uh, the flower of intelligence, a flower of bravery. We are going to deal with the flower in detail. We have completed the impatience part, that is, we are telling about how Batch has found it first thing, then the nature of the flower plant, how it would be, and then who needs that essences, and the wholeness of the plant, that is wholeness of the flower. So Mimulus is the flower, next to the second flower. When a baby is born, soon after uh, it is born, it gets irritated and it becomes impatient. Then suddenly it cries out of fear. What new place, new situation, everything he has to do, every aspect of life he has to see, things like that he'll be thinking, and suddenly the temperature is different, and breathing he has to do, and the food he has to take, things like that is there. And soon after it is born, the second mind symptoms or the second mood he gets, a person is getting, is the first one is impatient mood, and the second one is fear of the known thing. The known thing is that again I was born, I am born, I am born. What to do? Everything I have to do. The whole life has to. I have to go process again. Like that, he will be thinking. So it is the bravery. It is called the bravery flower, and uh, from fear or anxiety of known things, fear or anxiety of known things. It is a flower which goes from fear of the world to trust in the world. That is fear of the world to trust in the world. It is a, uh, the flower gives a way to trusting the world. That is another thing. Fear has uh, two aspects. You have two kinds of fear, that is actual fear we have, and actual fear is that we experience something. If you are burnt in the if you have burnt if you are burnt your fingers in the fire, and you will fear the burning, you will fear the fire. That is the actual thing you have experienced. If you are being chased by a dog and you are running and running, you have the actual experience and you will fear the dog. And another is theoretical, a theory based fear. These are the two aspects: actual experience of the fear and the theoretical aspect of the fear, the theories. So these two are fears. Dr. Batch is telling there is nothing to fear about. He is telling there is nothing to fear about, because we are divine creatures. We have everything in the world. We have every tendency to know ourselves, and things like that we can understand, and slowly we can see the light of the world, and there is no such thing called fear. There is no fear factor in whole of life, is telling. So another thing is why we fear, is another thing is you fear more which already happened to you. The another important thing why fear comes: if there is a person who is bitten by a snake, and he will fear the snake. When it happened there is a logic behind this. I have been bitten by a snake or bitten by a dog, and I have to fear, I have to avoid that, I have to escape. Escapism is the major thing. Fear is the escape from actual thing. Then a poor man fears the poverty, that how would I live in the world without money. So when the person sees the dog who is bitten by a dog, and he will have his own imagination, and it haunts his life fully. Fear of everyday life. Next is fear of everyday life. Everyday life, mundane life, morning to evening, and they are doing everything. They are having uh, things like that. Logical fear. Fear has a logic behind it, and uh, the person who is in fear will be dealing overly with the energy of fear. He is losing the energy uh, in fear. That is the major thing. And from fear of the world to the trusting in the world is the major word given to the Mimulus flower. These persons are very hypersensitive. The person who needs a flower is has a hypersensitive. They are well defined. They have their logic behind everything. Fear is well defined there. uh, Fear, fear of height, fear of poverty, fear of public speaking, fear of these Mimulus is the flower which is giving healing effect to known fears. These are the known fears: fear of people, fear of crowd, fear of animals, fear of poverty, fear of, there is a logic, and there is an, it is all known. It is all known that that poverty is dangerous, so we are fearing it. And fear of height, fear of going in the aeroplane, the fear of uh, stage performances, things like that. So uh, Mimulus is given. Mimulus is the remedy given for known fears. First thing you have to keep in mind. It is called bravery flower. It is called courageous flower. It is called intelligent flower. The important thing you have to keep in mind that is, you have to realize is that when there is intelligence, when there is courage, fear has no place. So we are walking in a lawn, and suddenly in the night, we are walking in the lawn in the night, and we see the snake, the kind of silky thing, and we are thinking that it is a snake, and we are running, going to the house. And after soon after we are arriving, we get a kind of relaxation. And the morning, when we go that side, and we see it is not the snake, it is a polythene paper. So the intelligence comes, the knowledge part comes, fear fades away. So that's why the Mimulus flower is giving intelligence to you. It is giving courage to you. That is the thing you have to see. You keep in mind. So, and then the next factor is that uh, Dr. Bach, we don't know exactly when he has found it, but the Mimulus flower is seen by the side of the same impatient flower in 19, he found it in 1930. This is the flower which is which resides by the side of lots and lots of noise. In 1930, he wrote the Heal Thyself flower, Thyself uh, book, and is telling everyone should heal themselves, because the Atma, the soul, is innately potential to heal itself. So he has found the flower beside the bridge near Cricketo well, and on the edge of streams and marshes where the water is clear. So the another thing is the flower grows nearby, uh, grows inside the water, and it resides in the water, and also by the side of the water. Moreover, it is surrounded with lots and lots of sound. In the sound also, it is very intelligent to avoid the sound and keeps its activity very peaceful. That is a major thing. It resides only in clear water, pure water, where water is swift and clear, and the noise of the sound of water uh, is everywhere seen. So Mimulus grows happily, though there is a lot of rubbling or rushing, or a lot of noise. It is very sensible, and it lives a very happy life. A marked desire for quietness, aversion to talking, and to being questioned. The important thing, important point you have to think is a more the Mimulus tendency is that they want to be very quiet. They don't want aversion. They have aversion towards talking, and to they don't want others to question themselves. The important thing is that if anybody questions, they become fearful. So these persons avoid unnecessary arguments. They are aversion of talking to others, and also they don't want to answer anything. They will be alone. They don't want to be in crowds or noise. That is the another important thing. They desire tranquility, the silence they desire. They are very hypersensitive to environment. They are very hypersensitive environment. They avoid conflicts. The person, if there is a conflict, they started fearing. So the persons who want Mimulus as a remedy has these kind of qualities. They are very hypersensitive. They avoid conflict. They avoid crackers, etc. They always live in danger. That's why we call it bravery flower. Uh, then we can find the flower. An important point about this flower is resilience. Resilience, that is, they don't give up easily. If you want to complete a work without any breakage, Mimulus is the flower. It is tested by nature. This is the only flower in all the 38 flowers which is tested by nature to the core, to the roots, in all the aspects of life. It has been tested throughout its life. It has been tested. You can see, uh, to understand a plant, you have to see the nature in the area which it lives, the place which it lives, in which month it grows, and the color of the flower is important, and the structure of the flower is important, in what condition environment it is growing. So these kinds of things has to be taken into account. So uh, it is growing in the mid wheel. That is, the wheel is making a lot of noise, and it is almost inside the wheel, and it is circulating, and by the side of the swift water, it is growing. The whole it grows near the limestone area, where the limestone is available. By the wind and flood and rain, stems broken. It sees the wind, flood and rain, every aspect of nature it sees, and it cooperates with the nature. Very important point. This plant, this is the only plant which cooperates with the nature. Whatever the condition the nature gives, it allows it to deal with it, and it grows. The leaves grows, the stems grows, the broken stems grow, and it grows through the stems, and the seeds, and also it goes deeper into the water, and it breathes there, and it has more of the vital breathing and prana. That is, oxygen content is more in the flowers, and also in the plant. Uh, in a quick stream hurrying down a valley, it goes very, very fast. It also travels very fast and far, and it is also called monkey flower. Uh, Moreover, when we are preparing the remedy essences, when you put the uh, flower in the bowl, it occupies all the area. It is also called laughter flower, laughing flower or laughter flower. It gives a beautiful smell and beautiful uh, seen when it is placed inside the house. And then it is known for its resilient attitude. It is called Mimulus guttatus, monkey flower. It has come from Pacific region, that is North America, particularly North American natives. That is, Native Americans used it for many purposes. It has been used as a musk also, the good smell. Mimulus means mimic or a little actor. When you see the flower, you indirectly have a laughing about. The thing is, Mimulus telling you laugh about your fears. It is not permanent. That is the signal or the sign which the flower is giving. There is a clear system of pollination there. The bees enter into the flower and cross pollinate the flower. It goes deeper into the bees goes deeper into the flowers. Darwin tells that with Mimulus cross pollination result in good offsprings. That is cross pollination. That is, the flower, within the flowers pollination happens, and with the two or three flowers the pollination happens. This is called pollination. And Mimulus Mimulus gives way for good future generation offsprings. Hummingbirds, Mimulus is the flower which is very favorite for hummingbirds. Uh, Mimulus is very careful that its future generation should be good or great. That's why it suffers a lot. It also cooperates with the nature. It flows with the nature, and it cooperates with the nature. That is the major thing, which because of the cooperation, because of the flow, because of the acceptance of the challenges which the nature gives, there is no fear for this flower. So that's why those who have a definite fear, those who have a reason for a fear, they take Mimulus, and suddenly there is no fear inside themselves. So that is a major thing. Um, so this is a plant. This is the plant which is inside the water, by the side of the stream, the rustling stream, and everywhere when it rains also it is there. And the flower is yellow color. Yellow color is known for its intelligence, and there is a blood spot like dots inside the flower. It Seeds are very small. Thrust of life. It Mimulus gives trust. Trust is the major thing you have to see. And the seeds sheds in the water, and it floats. It gives lots of seeds, abundant seed it gives, and it floats into the water. Seeds are very small, floats into the water, germinate underwater. This is the only uh, I guess this is the only seed which goes deeper into the water and germinates from it. It takes the oxygen from the water. The flower has full of oxygen content. I have given many people who have short of breath during Corona, and they got oxygen immediately. Soon after they taking one or two doses, they got oxygen immediately. The lung aspect has been improved only because of Mimulus. Mimulus has got oxygen content, prana or more. We can call it a divine providence also. This flower, cast your bread in your water. There is a saying in the Bible: cast your bread in the water. Divine providence. So it is casting its bread. That is, it is casting its future into the water. So water is a major thing. The imprints are uh, no fear. Nature has got no fear. Then it grows through June to August. In the winter, ragged and are often swelled and weak. Small section of the stem breaks, rubbed against rocks. Small stems broken, and it has traveled deeper into the water, and it gets root into it, and it started growing. The seeds which is carried away by the water through the stream, it gets a proper place of soil, and it gets uh, the roots, and it started growing. So wherever it goes, it has no fear. It is very resilient, and it goes and has its own living. Uh, the person who is in fear, when there is fear, the whole body mechanism is at stale. It The mechanism stops, the breathing stops, the body become frozen, and these are the things which you have when there is no breath, no oxygen. So the person who is in need of the flower will be full of fear, and the whole body is transformed into fear, and there is a kind of a jittery attitude, or a kind of shaking attitude towards them. So we can see the fear factor being reduced while taking. So a person who is in fear will be always breathing more. So this Mimulus gives intelligence and oxygen to the person, and automatically you get a kind of rational thinking. Why to worry about it? And yellows connected with intelligence, overcome fear of everything. The use of intelligence is, you call Mimulus an intelligent flower, but the thing is, in all over the world they are telling Mimulus is a fear flower or things like that. It is not the flowers which has the quality of lacking quality. It is the we people, we have lack of these qualities, and the fullness of the qualities is given by the flower essences. So, constant. We have more than 150 species of Mimulus. The Mimulus we have taken is Mimulus Gertus. It gives bright. It has a dark green leaves, tube-like flowers. We can see the tube-like flowers. It looks like a smiling monkey face. We can use musk. It is also called musk flower. It smells very good. We have sodium chloride in that flower. The Native Americans use these leaves as salad, and also they have used the leaves for healing the wounds. Uh, uh, the message of Mimulus is that the body, external body, is our riches. That is the major thing. It is telling our body is our richness, or it is our riches, because without anything we got the body, but with the things which we have, if you lose nothing, we are lost. If we lose our body, everything is lost. So the message of the flower is that the body, you have to treat the body well. It is the message. So the person who is in need of that flower is, we have seen about the flower. It grows. It is introduced in about 1812 by in Britain. From North America it has come, and it grows about 50 centimeters long. It has got a beautiful yellow flower, and dots of blood red, and things like that. It has a very resilient quality, and it goes deeper into the seeds goes deeper into the water, and it gets so much of energy from the water and grows everywhere. It goes everywhere. So the person who is need of this flower remedy is full of fear of daily aspect. Fear, the person who is has a kind of no control over urination, first thing, because when you fear, you urinate suddenly. And when there is fear of poverty, and there is a fear of a quarrel, a fear of public speaking, a fear of known aspect, we have a change in our uh, emotional and also hormone problems we get. Mm, then blood is affected by fear, and blood pressure is there for people. uh, Major thing is, this person tries to control the situation. They want to have control over the situations. Because of that, the energy is being lost more because of their thinking and the fearing about things. And urinary incontinence, that is the control over urination, is not there because of fear. They stammer and suddenly have a fog of throat. That is sudden, because of fear they stop talking about things. Um they will feel that they are born, they are like hummingbird, a bird which is surrounded by crows. Anxiety cause Anxiety cause inner tension to them. uh, the palm sweats, new things. They are afraid of new things, new developments also. uh, Babies cry of no reason is also a kind of known fear the baby has. And if we give remedies for them, uh, the crying stops. Judgmental fear, another is a judgmental fear, that is they have a definite judgment and they fear about their judgment. They are fear about the stage performance. They are very silent. They don't explain about fears. They are very silent creatures. They don't explain about the fears, and the fear, it is there inside their body, and they don't want to talk about it anyway. So sometimes cannot give reason for their fear. So sometimes these people are so much preoccupied with the fear, they cannot even talk about their own fear. They surrender to fear. This person, they surrender to the fear. uh, they want a balanced intelligence. They want a balanced intelligence. Because of that, they are wanting to get a proper remedy. These people are escapists. They don't want to create anything new. They surrender to fear easily, and they want to escape from that. Because of that fear, they lose their energy very fast. They will lose their energy very fast. This we have seen in the flower's nature. That is, the actual flower gives so much of energy to all people. That's why the energy be supplemented to the people who are in fear, known fear. In one of the writings, Dr. Bach is telling, Mimulus itself is enough for all kinds of fear. He has told in the heal thyself. So for all the known fears, for all the it is a kind of past memory. Mimulus fear is like a past memory. So future it will happen. I have to avoid it. Past memory, that is dog bite or chasing of the snake, it is a past memory. And while seeing the snake or a dog, they imaginately thinking something will happen like the past, so they start fearing and they lose energy. And when once the flower essences goes deeper into the consciousness, and they feel that it is a dog, it is not the same dog which has chased me, and they will silently be in a calm state, and they will not be vibrating the uh, aspect of fear. Automatically everything changes, the whole situation changes. So Mimulus is having so much of cosmic energy or oxygen content energy. It enlightens your whole mind. And things like that, the things of similar nature, that is fear or kind of problems which agitated because of our past experience, we get resolved because of this. uh, why it is happening is, it is called intelligent flower. They are the wholeness of the flower. When we take the wholeness of the flower, this person see the nature as it is. There is no fear in themselves. They are natural counselors. They talk. They have so much of humor. Surrounded to fear to control over life situation. They want to control over life situation. uh, Surrendering to fear to control over life situation. That is, they surrender to fear initially, but they have control over life when they take the flower remedy. And they think that fear has no place in life. They trust the nature fully. Nature works in every walk of life. It is quite natural, they are telling. Life situation arise, walk with laughter, life situation arise and they walk with laughter and courage. They have a complete control over situation. A person of intelligence will be having complete control over situations. And the Mimulus is a flower which we can see, which we can see there is a brightness of light in it, and it has a kind of attraction, because it has, we have seen impatient which is radiating heat, it is radiating coolness. There is a coolness. An intelligent person, a fearless person will be very calm and cool. So a spiritual aspect of these remedies are that when you want to meditate, you should have so much of prana into it. Prana, when there is so much of prana deeper into your body, automatically you will get enlightened. Enlightened. So to meditate itself, there should not be any fear factor into it. So these are the things which we are seeing. Now uh, we are seeing about Mimulus, and impatient and Mimulus has been given to you, and you go through the videos again and again, you will find um, something which is interesting. You are knowing about these things slowly. The remedial, we will be opening the question answer session. We will think over whether we can have in the live session in the YouTube and Telegram session, both similar time. In course of time we'll decide. The thing is, the major thing which we want to share is that these remedies, from impatience to sweet chestnut, are the remedies which has a greater part into your life. Otherwise, in other words, we can tell that all the aspects of our life has been explained in these remedies. All the vibrations has been explained in these remedies, and in course of time, when we closely watch our mind, watch our moods, we can get rectified about our problems in life, and we can have a clear understanding of all the remedies. So when we can understand about the fullness of the remedy, we can find the faults in ourselves, and we can rectify that faults, so that we can get aligned with the whole universe easily, and we can get whatever we want. So by the words of Dr. Bach, the whole world is a learning process and understanding process. And in turn, these flower remedies gives a, remedies for a certain pattern of our behavior, certain pattern of our personality, certain pattern of our moods, and it changes that mood into the fullest form, in a unique form, or a conducive form, a soothing form, in turn which makes our life easy.